Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is David. In today's video, I'll be continuing my last video, which is basically to migrate a local web application to AWS and hopefully able to do a full stack serverless web applications. I'm going to show you something which I've encountered and I'm not sure if you've seen this before. Look at this. This is 304. It's not missing, it's just being redirected. Let's begin. So look at this. I have a web application running. Okay, it's running Node.js, but the images are already inside here. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so we are looking at the folders. Okay, so the images are all here, but it's not reflecting in the website right now. So why is that? Because I'm running this command, and basically it's like a production. So in order for it to reflect on the web application, you actually have to use a file extension. So all these images, all you have to do is the add .jpg, and we should be able to get our images out. Let me show you. Let's see. Okay, so all I have to do is add a .jpg, and it should be able to come out. And why is that? I have no idea. Maybe you can tell me. Or if you're running npm run preview, if your files doesn't have file type extension, it's okay, it will get reflected. But since I'm using these commands, the next step would be to rename all my images to .jpg, which is a pain in the butt. So what I will do right now is I have migrated all my images from local instance to the S3 bucket. Let me show you. Okay, so this is my S3 bucket. Let me click on this. Let me click on this. Let me click on this. These are all the images. Okay, and all I have to do is, let's 661. Let me change our picture. All I have to do is I copy the URL and I'll paste it here, and the images should be reflected. There you have it. The images are reflected. Is this the best practice? No. This is never the best practice because you're exposing your S3 bucket. And looking at the S3 bucket, okay, let's look at the permission. I have enabled this tool, which technically isn't secure. So the next step I have to do to ensure that my images load pretty fast, and as well to ensure that my URL for my S3 bucket are secure, I'm gonna use S3. I'm gonna use CloudFront distribution. My understanding of CloudFront is basically, if you know ALB, if you know NLB, basically they are like a RP, but instead of exposing your bucket directly, they act as a proxy, and they are literally called CDN, a content distribution network. So basically they will cache the images, and after that and distribute it globally. I have to hide this URL for my S3 bucket through a CloudFront. So let's create one. Okay, I have nothing here. Let's create. I'm gonna call my distribution this one. Okay, I'm gonna keep everything default. I don't have a custom domain at this moment. Let's click next. I have an S3 bucket, so I'm gonna choose this. What does this mean? This means that if you are not sharing the path within your S3 bucket, okay, let me show you what this means. I have a folder called assets, and inside this assets I have another folder called images, and basically inside these images I have these files. So if you do not add original path and you want the images to be reflected, you have to add the path in your codes. Let me show you first part. For this demonstration, I'm not gonna enable WAF. Okay, I'm not gonna enable WAF. Let me put my picture back. And okay, now I create distribution. This one will take a while, and I'll come back to you later. And I'm back. Okay, so even though the status show last modified is still under deploying, I've checked and it's working. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paste this. We're gonna copy this domain name and we're gonna put it into our codes. So currently our code is just the local file storage. So we're gonna add the URL for this. We're gonna add a HTTPS colon, we're gonna add this. So see, the image appears. Let me try another one. Gonna copy this. Okay, I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna try another one. We're gonna use this. Okay, so HTTPS, and it works. So right now, when users or hackers or whoever is curious, they won't be able to see the S3 bucket. They only see the URL of your CloudFront. And if you want to be even more secure, and you don't even want to show the directory where the assets and images lies, you can make changes here. Let me show you. Origin should be origin. Edit. Okay, so I'm gonna put assets images here. I'm gonna click save changes. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh this. Let's select this. So same thing, the HTTPS and the URL of the CloudFront, but the image is not showing up because I've added the directory path. So all we have to do is just show the name of the image and it should appear. It works. So right now, that's the end of my presentation, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. So the next step for me is to replace all this with the S3 bucket, and to replace this with the CloudFront in my Terraform script, so that my images are so that my S3 bucket is protected by the CloudFront. Yeah. Then in my next video, I'm going to be sharing how I'm going to convert this login page that is connected to a Superbase into a local database. So if you have any questions, I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to get back to you. See you.